Going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $1,954 in the first hour of trading. I admittedly have given some back since then. I'm closing the day out up 1575 after some pop shots that I took later on. Didn't work out so well, but anyway, good first hour of trading. We'll go over the trades right now. Okay, so the first trade I took was LMP X. Now this one was traded Friday, big mover, a lot of movement on the stock, but it closed pretty low. But today it was gapping up for some reason near the highs of Friday. So a lot of people were watching this, including myself. Here pre-market, we kind of had an area to maybe play off of. It was kind of just bouncing around this range here. Not a lot of volume, but still it gives you an entry point, so to speak. And the reason why I like this one so much is it's around $6.80. And if that breaks, then you can think that maybe $7 breaks. And if $7 breaks, you get a decent pop as people will run into it. And I don't typically like to trade the first minute or three, for that matter, of or five, of the trading day. But this one, if a stock gives me an opportunity to play a breakout spot from pre-market, I'll do that, because it just gives me a zone to play off of. It gapped up and it's not like trending down. It's just kind of sideways. So and again, this is real light volume here, so it's not the most valid setup, but it just gave me a shot. I knew that a lot of people were watching it. And a lot of times when a lot of people were watching it, a stock can move, and that's what kind of happened here. So anyway, I went long. You can kind of see 2,000 shares, 673, as it looked like 680 was going to break. And I just wanted to play for the break of $7. And once it cracked 7, I started selling, exited around 713 average, as you can see here. I believe We Are Trading, one of the chat rooms I've subscribed to, hit this a lot better than I did and played it through this candlestick as well. I mean, I exited down here and it ran to basically $9, so left a lot on the table. But my trade, the way it closed and the way it's going to close today is not pretty at all, and I'm actually kind of shocked that it did so well today. But nonetheless, my strategy was to play the 680 breakout, looking for the $7 break, a pop. I got that and I sold into it. So a quick, what was that, 40 cents ish on 2,000 shares, just over $800.
LMPX. I'm kind of shocked it's gapping up. 10,000 at 59.
OCGN, Ocugen announcing completion of 50% enrollment of its phase 3 clinical trial for ocular GVHD. That's Oscar Charlie Golf, November.
23 now. I thought that thing was going to pop around, go back to 26, 27. That's just about under $5.
Shares of Alexion now popping to the highs, 115.64 after the open,
Long LMPX.
following that letter from Elliot. That's ALXN.
75, and I want to see if it's going to break over 7.
Out half, out the rest. Average 713.
So this next trade was CLVS, and this kind of had two things going for it. It was on my pre-market watch list. You'll see me in the live run say, okay, it's hitting high day scanners, which, whatever. It was in the first minute, so I guess it would be hitting the high day scanners. But that's what drew my attention over to it again. But anyway, the reason why it was on my watch list is huge run up, 3 or 4 days of pullback here, and then I typically like to play daily candle over candle. And I was getting that, so when we get that daily candle over candle, I look to play long if it gives me a setup. The setup here was just, again, pre-market resistance level. It could have been here, I guess, or here. It's still really light volume, so it's not a really true level. I guess the bigger play, or I don't know. You'll hear me. What you'll hear me say is pop, pull back, and then I'm playing it like this, candle over candle. I enter in right here at 10.16, right? I'm looking for the break of there. I'm looking for this break, and then a move up. because it's the daily candle over candle. It should be moving up. So I'm going to play long setups in whatever it gives me. Again, this is light volume, so it's not really a level to play off of. You can see pre-market. You had another breakout spot over here, which is 633, and that, again, whatever, it popped up. But the play I had was kind of an opening range breakout. If you want to ignore pre-market stuff and just play opening ranges, this is more typical what I like to play in the morning. You just wait a couple, 3 minutes for it to give you a high, give you a low, and then whichever one breaks first, you play to that direction. So if this is horizontal, okay, if this is our high, if this is our low, again, let's get rid of extended hours. That'll make it a little bit easier to see. So here's today. This is on Friday, so ignore that. If this is our high, if this is our low, the break of whichever one of these would be the opening range breakout. So it could break up or it could break down. In this case, it broke up, and I bought right here for the candle over candle on the 1 minute as an entry, looking for this to break, this 1020 level to break, and it sure did. And I sold into that pop. I sold, it went all the way to 1050 there. I sold it half at 1031 and the other half at 1027 for roughly 14 cents on 200 shares, so $180. A nice little win there. Again, this puts me up about $1,000 in the first 3 minutes. Who doesn't want to make $1,000 in 3 minutes?
Recent IPO, man.
Well, that was
Okay,
weird. It was a
CLVS
pretty short.
starting to hit
I got
high
some
day
short, but I
scanners.
can't hit any ads.
Little
770
resistance at 1020 from
773.
pre-market,
So the high is a little over
and then you got
I didn't
1033.
expect that to happen.
Those are the levels to watch. Maybe the 1 minute candle over
If it's
candle
free,
here
I
over
thought I was gonna be able to
1016.
Put some in higher and add, and
So let's watch this first
Did
pullback
not.
here.
that plays out.
And
This
LPX, that is
recent
wild.
IPO setup that I talk about. The high of this candle is 885.
I don't know that
Watching
I've ever seen a pretty
CLVS
short
here.
run out that quick.
1 minute play. Long 1016.
They're probably come back at 150% or something.
Looking for 1020 break.
The way it ran out was kind of weird since it was free, so I'm guessing it'll probably come back at 100 to 200%. Hard to borrow.
There's the break. Yes,
Watching here,
yes.
I'm back in. For the
Selling half, 1031.
8,
Selling the rest, 1027.
and I sold at
So this next trade is LMPX, and this is a prime example of why I sub to so many chat rooms, and I sub to a lot. This one I made $170 on in 7 seconds, and I would not have made that money had I not subbed. In this case was Warrior Trading. I've subbed to them for years, and if you click the link in the description down below, I am an affiliate, so I will make money if you sign up. Full disclosure. Regardless of all that, I'm a huge fan of chat rooms because it's just more eyes on the stock market. I would have never seen this setup had Ross and Warrior Trading not called it out in my ears, right? What's the setup, Stock Jock? What is it? Okay. LMPX, huge move up, right? So everybody's looking for another kind of entry point in this thing. And what's going on here is after this, then it starts coming down and it's just stair-stepping down, right? It makes a lower high, falls down again, makes a lower, pops up again, lower high. I should change the color of these. Let's try that again. Boom, boom. Lower high, and lower high right there, okay? Just stair-stepping down. The setup here is the break of one of these lower highs to make a higher high, right? And that's all it is. And the two things I liked about this trade is not only we were breaking a lower high, it also was the break of a whole dollar again, so you can kind of expect the pop. He calls it out. I flip over to it. I know it took me 30 seconds to pull this out, but I see this immediately since, you trade for so long, you just start seeing these things pretty quickly. You trade, there we go. So we're inside this candle. I see that we're going to finally break one of these lower highs, and now we're making higher highs. Boom, I go long looking for that move. I get in. I take 1,000 shares just because, we are below VWAP. It's not the best setup anymore, but I just want to give it a shot. I'm up nicely on the day. I take 1,000 shares at 7, pops up. I sell, hit the market. It fills me at 716 or 717, whatever you want to call that. $160 that I would not have even remotely been aware of had someone not called it out in my ear. I think Warrior Trading also played it. Again, it moved up to 750, so a lot of meat on that bone there. So a lot of people won on that one. It's a good trade, and a lot of people made money, so I'm happy about it. A lot of people hate chat rooms. They think it's scams. A lot of them are, but when people are calling out trade ideas in your ear and they're valid and they work, who can argue with that? That's also one of the reasons why I run a free chat room, is because I want to help other people make money, but the more people you can have on your side feeding each other ideas, finding trade ideas, the better, the more successful you think the big boys are sitting at their computers by themselves, looking for trades? No, they've got armies of people looking at data, trying to find trades, bouncing off ideas off each other. Freaking AI computers working on their side, crunching data. I mean, they have armies. Like, why wouldn't you equip yourself with, a militia, so to speak, of people to help you out make trades? It's just silly to try to trade by yourself, think that's the way to do it, and it's dumb not to have people on your side. Anyway, that's my rant. Here's the trade.
LMPX back over 7 could be a start. I'm going to take a starter of LMPX here at 7. What I'm kind of thinking on this is a move back up towards the VWAP. So let's see if we get that.
So my next trade was on HEBT, and I won't show this live just because it was pretty boring and just didn't move. The thing I liked about this is it had news. They did a private placement of 1.5 million shares at $6 and I want to say it was 30 cents, somewhere like right in here, which I love private placements on low floats because it gives a bottom to the stock. Usually, like, it's usually, oh, well, okay, if someone's willing to invest that much money, and it's sitting at, all-time highs, right? When it did that, I think all-time high, it was $7 at this time. That was the IPO price. Someone does a private placement at 630 or 640, whatever it was. I could look up the news, but I know it was above, in the 630, 650 range. 1.5 million shares. The float is only, what is it? HEBT. Shares outstanding is 8 million. I think the float is 5, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I like this one. When I heard it was pushing the 680 level, I took it long. It just didn't move. I got out. Blah blah blah. Push come to shove, it broke 680. It broke 7, which is the IPO price. It's sitting at 767 now. I would have made a killing. I played it a few times today and lost every single. No, I made money on it once, I think. But anyway, it didn't work out here. I was thinking it would break this level. Where is it? 45. Yeah, I thought it was going to break this level, 680. There was a block there, something like that. I can't even remember. It just didn't go anywhere. I just got out. It was boring. Blah blah blah. That's not the trade I'm interested in right now. The trade I'm interested in right now is SHOP. All right, let's pull up shop. Not the options. Okay, so shop. This thing makes big moves here. A couple 3 days ago, Kramer on CNBC says they've gotten buyout offers that they're not interested in. Okay. That's all well and good. Man, this is a nice... Look at this. I'm going to have to play this here in a second. Tell me this ain't juicy. Huh? Something like that. Tell me that's not a juicy ascending triangle. Anyway, yeah, I might have to play that. What I was looking for is the daily candle over candle, right? So the break of, what is this? 372.29, right there. So we get that. Great entry would have been, right here. Little red to green move, opening range, breakout move. You could play it either way. I get in 955 right over here. So we get this nice pullback to the VWAP, double bottom, indicating the move is going back up. I go long looking for high day break and also to go test, these candles here, the high of these candles, which is 377, which we do get the break of. I go long, let's see, 955 candle. In here, I see that double bottom. Typically I would have liked to have gotten in here. Again, we got a high, a lower high, double bottom, and then a break of one of these lower highs to signify the change of direction. So I got long with calls. I got the 377.50 calls at 840. The spread was 40-cent wide, so I only took 5 contracts. It does move up, big volume, and this is what really was the indicator here. Big volume came in and it stuck for a while as it moved up. I sold up here close to this 380 level. You'll hear me say, where's the horizontal resistance on this? I pull the daily chart back, and I can kind of see there's a bit of a pivot point here at 380. And, we were within 50 cents of it when we got up to this level. So I was like, close enough, cashing out, getting rid of 5 contracts, basically a $2 win, $1.90, $1.90 win on 5 contracts. It's a nice, pretty penny there for a 3-minute move.
On LMPX, I just have an order at 750 for 200 shares. I think that was
Break,
just
a lot of
a
volume on this
order.
break.
I might miss it if it breaks 7 and quickly rips to
Oh, that's funny.
725. I might miss
Tesla
an early
on
entry around
autopilot
7.
crashed into parked police car.
But I also,
Jeez.
we'll just have the benefit of confirmation.
All right, next stop, 377 on SHOP.
I'm not.
All right, I'm covered 296 here on
A lot
APTO.
of volume on this up move.
630. We hit the scanner here.
Had a lot better cover earlier, didn't take it, so.
That's what the news is.
Feels like it may want to go
Yeah, so I
after
see
this
there's
high
a
day here,
headline,
so I'm going to get out of the way for now.
HCF. Pretty lightly traded.
A lot of pressure here. Here it goes. 377 test. That breaks.
We'll just see what it does. 5-minute has this red shooting star. The spreads are kind of big.
Boom. 377
It's
break.
up there, so
New highs from that other day.
kind of bouncing off this moving average.
Hey, Alexi, moving again today. I think this is the one that we played on Friday.
See whether or not it can hold these levels. The volume is declining
That
a
was
little
at
bit.
540, yeah, 548 to 506. Now we're in
That's
the
kind of why I
sixes
think
here.
it needs to break a little bit of these
378
critical levels
break.
in order for volume to come back in.
Where's some horizontal resistance on this thing? Basically 380 it looks like. Can we get a 379 test on this push? Yep, there's your 379. Right over it. We going straight to 380?
So I kind of think over 715 might be a starter. 702 by 707. I'll take a starter at 712 here. Just 200 shares to start. My stop is 7.
So this next trade is just a little continuation trade on SHOP. We had this nice pop. Here's our first pullback. Didn't make it. See, these all made new highs. Hot, new high, new high, new high, new high. This is a 1 minute chart. Finally, you get the pullback indicating no new highs being made, no new high, no new high. And what I like to play is the pop pullback, and this is the candle over candle setup. So the first time we make a new high after the pullback is when I go long. So I went long, and even better is the volume goes along with it. Big volume on the way up, real light volume on the pullback, and then big volume when it goes candle over candle for continuation. So all I did, I played calls on this because I didn't have enough cash to do margin on this for shares, but I just took I was thinking maybe I took $400 calls on this one, way out of the money, thinking maybe someone knows something. Maybe this is just going to go stupid today. Maybe this is the day where we hear that their buyout offers were over $400. Who knows? And so I took way out of the money. It was, I didn't make a ton on it because I took way out of the money. But anyway, got the candle over candle, held for 3 minutes, broke high a day. 380 is the level that it looked like it was going to struggle with. It gets up to that level, breaks over it. Good pop, but I sold here at the 1004, right into this pop over the 380. It started to come back down, so I sold. I made $80. Not a big trade for me.
Sorry, correction. That's ACHN. Killian was the last headline. ACHN.
That news looks better initially than the BLA. PTO. Thought that was coming.
So SHOP's hit that 380 resistance line. This is kind of the first test of it. Does it rip through it? It's kind of a pivot point, really.
FTSV may end up giving a ABCD pattern where
A lot of
it
shares
pulls
up
back,
there.
pops up, pulls back, but doesn't go
CNST,
low.
Charlie November Sandy Tango, following their press release, shares spiking to a high of $53.43, up $9.73.
Gives a move back up to the high. So that is 24.44.
There's your
So
380.
for 100 shares at 24.50.
got room.
Constellation announcing that CPI 0610 in combination with ruxolitinib and JAK inhibitor naive patients was generally well tolerated.
My profit target has to be at least 100. So selling at 25.26.
That's CNST. Shares now halted on a circuit breaker.
I'm a little unsure whether or not I can actually get that home run potential, but over 24 is
Adam F. now tweeting on that
This next trade ended up being a loser for me. LMPX, we're all watching it. Kind of. I mean, this is not the prettiest, you know, little 1 minute ascending triangle here, but this is kind of what everybody was looking at. You know, it kind of broke down a little bit. This is, again, we're below the VWAP. We've had multiple times trying to get back over it. This didn't work out, so we're just trying to. It's been volatile, so it's the only one moving around. So people keep trying it for setups here and there, myself included. This is the candlestick I was playing, looking for the break of this. It pops right up to it. Now we have a double top, didn't do anything, started to come back down, and that's when I sold for about a $40 loss.
Dropping to the lows, 1554, down 21% for Delta Tango India Lima, and shares halted on a circuit breaker. That's DTIL.
Only because I don't feel confident enough. So I'm long here at 12. I'm back into the same price of 712. I'm going to put an order at 730, so it's ready to go. Break of 730 would be a break of the VWAP.
Precision Biosciences announcing some data earlier from the relapsed refractory NHL and B all.
And I'm just going to end the video right there. The final few trades are just kind of boring and just kind of chopped around. I got chopped to the upside, chopped to the downside, made some money, lost some money. Basically just, you know, whatever. Finished up, like I said, the first hour of trading, $1,954. So a good day of trading for sure. I will be back at it tomorrow. If you're new to trading or if you just want to join our chat room, it is completely free. No strings attached. Link for that is the Discord channel in the description down below. Love for you guys to join us. It's a great group of people. A lot of people that know what they're doing in trading. Please come on in. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.